Welcome back. We'll wait to do the toast for just a little bit here. We'll give it a couple of minutes to see till we get some more people. But good to see you back in here 2 weeks, bro. You're like, first, it's my first time finally. Yeah, no kidding. That's hilarious. Yep, we're back. We're back. We're back at it. We'll do this last hour together here, guys. It looks like the internet's a little bit better. It says excellent condition right now, connection. So uh, James says I was so lost. Oh, come on, James. I'm sure you were just fine. I'm sure you were just fine. All right, cool. Let's wait for like at least 20 people and then I'll start the toast for the end of the day today. Do I get a gift? Yes, you do. Congratulations. There it is. The tramp van is back. The big tramp. ABC says it felt like 2 weeks. You guys crack me up. Too much. Oh man. It says no data. Come on. Stupid internet. Please be temporary. Mm, I really hope that's fake. Okay, it says excellent connection again. So I had a suggestion. That was brought to my attention that maybe we should use this as, stupid internet. That maybe we should use this as an opportunity to try and check out some of the other forms of streaming, like Twitch. And I think that's actually a great idea. It's not a bad idea at all. In fact, I just got done talking a little while ago about how, you should have backup plans and all that kind of stuff. And we do have backup plans. And expecting internet connections and connectivity to be an issue in the future is definitely something we need to prepare for. So, we'll take a look at that here, James. How is short interest lower and on loan amount higher? Oh, not all loans have to be short interest. So loans can actually be. I was trying to I was trying to figure out what the heck you meant. And yeah, but not all loans have to be part of short interest. You know, in order to pay down failure to delivers or to be able to avoid failure to delivers, they can actually loan shares to pay off failure to delivers. So some shares that are on loan are not necessarily short interest. Nosa says, "Screw the hedgies." Two more people, and I'll start the toast. But yeah, so here's the deal. I need more hamsters. Uh, well, next week, I think what we'll do is we'll dedicate a single day, the entire day, to streaming on just Twitch, just to see what the heck it's like, because we haven't done that yet. We haven't actually switched over to Twitch, and in a worst case scenario, what happens if I have to switch to Twitch? What a wonderful rhyming thing that is. Switch to Twitch. But I don't know if that's. I was just deciding. I don't know. I saw some video where they were. That's not gonna work. Besides, I don't like glass in my drink anyways. But we'll try 1 week next week. I'm not sure what day it's gonna be. It obviously won't be Monday, but we'll try one day. Maybe we'll do Wednesday. Wednesday, possibly next week, we'll switch over to Twitch and we'll do it for just a day, just to see what happens. You never know. Um, you never did Twitch. Me either. So I actually have done. I did a run through quick stream just to make sure that it worked. So I have done it just to make sure that it works. But I've never actually switched over to Twitch. Switched the Twitch. Um, so maybe we need to do it for a day. Twitch does have an app, yes. So it's time to toast, guys. We got 22 people in here. And I want to say this. You may not be religious, but you sure are getting a 3-day weekend out of it. So tomorrow is Good Friday. This Sunday is Easter Sunday. Um, he is risen. He is risen indeed. Cheers to spending time with family. If you just do Easter bunnies and you spend time with the kids and you collect eggs, then just do that, and that's cool too. But cheers to all of you guys. Happy Easter, spending time with family and enjoying it, guys, because it's not all about just AMC. Um, cheers to all of you and all of yours. Mm, good beer. All right, time to dive into the last numbers of the day here, guys. Let's see. Accounts. Let me log into Fidelity real quick. We'll take a look one last time at the numbers. And in fact, let me touch on this real quickly. Also, son of a gun, my internet went out again. Okay, it's back. Oof, I can see it. It's rough. It's almost as if my entire computer went dead at that moment. It wasn't even like the entire internet. It was just like I couldn't even switch between screens. MCon, cheers to the water. Let's take a look at the numbers. Oh, also really quickly, who asked that? The market is not closed on Monday. It's just tomorrow. Will I give? Yeah, you know what? We'll prepare for it. We'll prepare for it. I promise. We'll do. We'll get some preparations. Who asked that about the loan amounts? Hold on one second here. Hold on. Hold on. Oh man, I can't find it now. James asked, when you get a chance, how is short interest lower and on loan higher? So we'll take a look at that here real quick. Maybe. If my internet doesn't give out on me, because it does appear to be working in spurts. Well, let's take a look at the off exchange real quick here. 51.79 CBOE EDGX at 14.38. Let's give that a refresh. It's now at 50.36 and 15.26. So a lot of the price discovery is being kind of funneled through the ETFs right now. Let's take a look at that Ortex though. I'm gonna refresh that one down at the bottom. So you're going like how is it possible that we could have more shares on loan than short interest? So short interest um, is at, well, the estimated amount right now is at 101 million. Shares on loan is at 137.25. So of that 137 million, 101 of that is short interest. The rest of it's going to be for other. Um, it's, it's just they're loaning shares out that they need for some other reason or another, for whatever it may be. Old loans, old failure delivers that they haven't found shares for. Um, I'm trying to think of like all the different reasons why they could put. I mean, there's so many reasons why they could need shares, but it's very. You should have your shares on loan should be more than your short interest. That's that should be pretty typical. It shouldn't when you see it the other way around, which I have seen. I have seen short interest to where short interest is higher than the amount of shares on loan. Um, when that happens, I'm not 100% certain, but I think that may be an example of like naked short interest that's occurring. I think. I actually really, I mean, I have to make that assumption because I just don't understand it otherwise. I don't know how you could have short interest lower, or sorry, higher than shares on loan unless you had naked short interest, which is a potential possibility. The other part to that is that do you remember that short interest is delayed reporting? So like right now it's an estimated current short interest, which is 101.67. The actual reported short interest is um, a delayed number by 15 days. So there are instances where shares on loan is actually less than what's being reported as short interest. That means that there's more than likely a lot of short interest that's probably not actually still there and it's just a bad reporting. So it is an estimate, yeah, because it's only actually reported every 15 days behind where you're currently at. So in other words, like if I pull up, oh, speaking of which, failure delivers. I didn't look at those yet today. Oh, we didn't get the data. The data didn't come in for the failure to delivers. I was hoping to see failure to delivers reported today. Looks like the data didn't come in, so it'll probably be next week. But anyways, we're showing a return of 1.82 million shares so far for the day today. Earlier it was 1.77. That's going to lower that estimated current short share interest of the free float estimated to 19.72%. Our cost to borrow has gone up a little bit to 2.2%. And refreshing options. An 18, the most amount of volume is at 18 and a half now for calls instead of $19. At 19 a couple hours ago, a couple hours ago, at $19 there was 12.2 thousand contracts. At 18 and a half there is 14.6 thousand contracts. On the put side, the highest amount of volume still at an $18 strike price. It's gone from 10.1 thousand contracts to 15.2. So the market is now kind of indicating that there's probably going to be a closing price somewhere between 18 and 1850. For most of the day, it was 18 and 19. So looks like my price prediction of 1850 is going to be, I'm going to have to get lucky. I'm going to have to get lucky to see it close above 1850. It was a Hail Mary, on my part for price predictions. I was actually hoping that we closed at 1851, just to be weird and odd. That was what I was hoping for. Let me move a couple of screens. I'll take you guys over to the other page. I don't know how this stream is managing to stay going right now. I'm literally probably holding on by a very thin thread of internet connectivity. Orders by Fidelity customers. AMC and GME did not make the top 10 list today. Let's see, AMC is 18th with 56% buys to 44% sales. GME is 24th with 50% buys to 50% sales. SSR trips at $16.68. Shares borrowed in the last couple hours. Looks like mostly returns. There's 100K there. Maybe an additional 100K. I can't tell if there's it might be 150,000 shares. Let me just check this one more time. Yeah, 150,000 shares in the last 2 hours or so. That puts us at 2.7 million shares traded or borrowed for the day today. It was 2.75 yesterday. Very similar numbers. 23.9 thousand contracts are in the money on the calls, 285.3 thousand out of the money. 74.7 thousand contracts are in the money on the puts versus 103.2 that are out of the money. NASDAQ is down 1.76, Dow Jones is down 0.03, and the S&P 500 is down 0.83. We currently have 4,600 decliners to 3,109 advancers. The VIX is up 1.37, IWM is down 0.76, Tesla is down 3.16, Amazon down 2.21, Cinemark down 1.49, Doge is up 0.85, Bitcoin is down 3.36, GME is up 0.96, the gold mine HYMC is down 8.03, Hood is down 4.47, and AMC is down 2.58. We have had $6 million more in outflow than inflow, and our volume is at 21.74 million shares having been traded. Let's see what kind of pace we're on for the rest of the day. We're on pace for about 24.3 million shares for the total amount traded for the day today. I suggested somewhere between 20 and 40 million. We're definitely inside that range. I don't expect it to be outside by the end of the day. On the weekly, we have more buying pressure than selling pressure with an RSI of 42.32, which is below average. On the daily, we have more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 44.76. On the hourly, we have more buying pressure than selling pressure with an RSI of 47.3, which is just about average. On a 30-minute interval, more buying pressure than selling pressure with an RSI of 45.42. And on a 5-minute interval, more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 45.57. It looks like they're trying to push this down below $18. I would love to see us finish at 18, just slightly over 1850. Not just because that's my price prediction, but it also puts us on the 1 hour candle. A 1 hour Bollinger Band. What am I saying? On a 1 hour Ichimoto cloud, we have that would put us looking really, really beautiful going into Monday. This is actually Friday, going into Monday. It would have us looking really, really good if we could break above 1850. Oh boy, Bruno doesn't like that. There's people in his yard. Hold on a second, guys. He, he's gonna go. I told him it was enough. I'm like, yeah, okay, we know. There's people in the backyard mowing it. All right, with that, guys, I can see what it is you're writing again here. Oh, yep. So he's got to get one more bark in. I knew it was coming. He's got to get that one last bark in. Yeah, I know. I understand. It's okay. It's okay, bud. It's all right. We'll close at 1822 just to give us a green day after 9 days of red and say, see, we aren't manipulating anything. Unfortunately, we would have to close higher than that to get a green day. Um, we would have to close above 1853, I believe. My dog is a lab. He's oh hey, can you carefully he just rammed his body right into the computer. He's a he's a really interesting mix between a black and brown lab because he's got very he's not a black lab by any means, but he's not a brown lab either. He's a cross. He's a cross between the two. He's part brown lab. Huh. He's like angry at me right now that I won't let him just go over there and start barking. It's really odd, um, Kim, and this is being this is just my perception of black and chocolate labs. Black labs are like very like energetic and um, I don't know. I feel like they're more of a people person dog than a brown lab. Uh, Brown labs are just kind of like more focused and um, driven, I guess, so to speak, at least based on the ones that I've had. And so the cross between the two is actually a really good cross because it makes them both lovable and focused at the same time. So it makes him like training wise, it makes him pretty easy to train because he does have that level of focus. Good morning, Sean. Captain says, check the daily with IC up and tell me what you see for May 2nd. Let's check it out. I don't normally check it on the daily. I don't. There's definitely a big push there, isn't there? I mean, that spike right there, that spike that you're seeing right there is all caused by this. The whole way that the futures are predicted on price movement all has to do with your past price movements. So the daily on this is definitely showing a we crossed through a thinner portion, not the thickest part, but the thinner portion of the red cloud, and then we're crossing back through it. But we may not actually make it to the bottom side. We had a TD9 that printed on the daily, meaning that there could be a reversal inside of the cloud, which is what it does appear to be that we're doing. But you do have the conversion line dipping below the base. The lagging line is above the price line, which is good, but it won't be for long. It'll definitely cross through there. You could be looking at like, I don't, I really hate looking at IC on the daily. I just don't. I mean, it's a good indicator, but it's not like what I would use for like swing trades. So But I mean, there's definitely a period of time where it looks like we could either maybe slightly break down below the cloud and maybe come back up and through. Just real indecisiveness in here. Like you can see it in the cloud. The cloud's just like, don't know what to do. And that's what happens from this peak in price right here. Yeah, I don't really like looking at IC for um, time intervals outside of the hourly or the 4 hour. It can still be used. I just don't. I mean, it's a long projection for that indicator. What was I doing? I gotta take this off. I see Bollinger and and then we were really just kind of this is just really tightening up here. It's gonna get a breakout one way or the other. It's really difficult to tell when we have these like, dude, my computer sucks. It is lagging so bad. Um, it's really difficult to say which way it's going to break out of these when it's coming down like this and it's just like, I mean, you can look for things like you can look for falling price. This is falling price, and you can see volume is maybe increasing, which is kind of a bearish indicator. But it's really hard to tell sometimes on these wedges which way it's going to break out. My hope is it's to the top side, but we'll see. We throw in the Bollinger Bands in here. Volatility is not really tightening. I mean, it is decreasing a little bit, but it's not closing in. Yeah, let's look at the Bollinger Bands. Hmm. It's gonna come down to this like last final 30 minutes here, guys, just whether or not we're gonna break out or up, down or up. I mean, Sean, CBDC, central banking, digital currency. I don't have the link up at the top of the page. Let me give that to you guys here. Um, it's I think it's something kind of cool. Um, Not everybody has to agree on that. One second here. There's the link in reference to the article that I was referencing for that. Uh, Kim says we had a lab that didn't like water. What was it, a black lab or a chocolate lab or was it a blonde? What was the color of the lab? I've had a golden white lab before. Beautiful, beautiful dog. MCon's saying it's going to be sideways to close. It's getting real tight here. I think it's going to have a breakout here any moment. It looks like it's going to try and break to the bottom side, but it might get that like initial knee-jerk reaction where it bounces off the lower Bollinger Band and has like that fake breakout going down and heads back up. But we'll see what happens here. If you watch the order book, it might give us an example of which direction we're going to go. I think the numbers ascending is better for upwards for price movement. So, and I see 76, 77. I need to see a 78. I see some 75, so it could be a descending price. It does the opposite. I'm sorry. So it's descending would be an increase in price because it does the opposite. So I see 77s, I see 76s, and 70. Do I see any 75s? I don't. Oh, there's the breakout. It did touch the Bollinger Band. Let's see if we can get it to turn around here. John says my black lab will go into any water. See, that's the thing. I've never seen a black or a chocolate lab that doesn't like water. Now, the blonde lab that I had hated water. Well, I shouldn't say hated water. Was adverse into going into water. ABC says, can you look at the total shares on loan? If they've returned 4.5 million shares, shouldn't that number go down? It depends on how many have been taken out on loan. So if you look at the total value right here on the page next to the Big Tramp bus, you'll see that there's been a return of 4.5 million shares and a borrowing of 2.75. So that should lower the estimated short share interest of the free float. Should. Like when it says borrow change, it says a return of 1.74 million. That should have a lowering effect on the estimated current short interest. And it has, because we started out the day at like 19.88. It was 19.99 yesterday. We started today out at 19.88, so we're down to 19.73 with that return of 1.74 million. I'm still seeing 76s and 75s on the order book, which typically means that price isn't going to be moving too much. It'll swing within 15 cents. I see a 77 on here now. If the number goes up, I believe that means lower price. 75, 76, 77s. Man, it is just they just want to close the week out right here. You can tell. Like, let's just end this. Everybody's ready for a 3-day weekend. Hey, is anybody doing anything super cool? I'm going over to Eric's house, guys. I'm gonna go over to Eric's house and I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say like, hey, Eric, look, people really want to get the guys who are doing price predictions all together so we can all talk one day. Just kind of maybe have like a round table talking of the four people. Keto, hopefully Keto's up for that. I know Monty's always up for talking, so um, I just need to get everybody together to do it on the same time. You know what, Joe? No, I've seen it. I've legit seen it where those numbers, they definitely direct the price. You can watch the numbers stair step up and down, and it's legit. Um, it shouldn't be, you would think that it shouldn't be as simple as looking at the last two digits of the order flow and the size of the order to tell you what direction price is going to start moving towards. But it works. It's very, very legit. Um, it's insane. Yeah, you're welcome, Sean. That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that, Joe. I've never actually tried it out on a different stock before. I mean, I hadn't, to be very honest with you, Joe, I had never heard of that until I witnessed somebody do it on a space call, and I was like, holy crap. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Had no idea that was even a thing. And from my understanding is that Keith does it on other stocks as well. So my guess is that it's a thing. It's a thing across the board on all stocks. So I've never personally tried it out on another stock to look at it and see if it works, but I mean, it's insane when you watch. If you guys ever have a chance to see Keith in action on calling the order book, now he's not like 100% right. I've seen it where he's been wrong before, and that happens. There's always little like I don't know. I want to say like events or things that can occur where the order book, the order book maybe have like a good flow, but then something happens and it just changes everything, and there's no way you could predict it coming. Um, but it's pretty interesting to watch him. To be quite frankly, with honest with you guys, the very first time that I saw Keith doing it, or heard, actually I should say heard, because I didn't see him doing it, I heard him doing it. Um, but I think he was on. He did do it on somebody's live stream before. But when I heard him doing it, I was like, this guy's full of crap. I mean, it was just my gut instinct reaction was he was just full of crap. And I sat there and I watched him do it, and I was like, this is insane. Like, there's no way he's doing this because he sounds he sounds a little like he wouldn't be the kind of person that he's got that like real heavy Southern drawl, and he just doesn't sound like the kind of guy that would know what he's talking about, but he does. And so it's just kind of one of those things where it throws you off. And you're like, wait a minute, this is crazy. It's not the Keith show. I don't know what Keith's last name is. He keeps changing his Twitter. Let me look and see what it is. It's Keith something or other. Keith. I should. I. So he's got a couple different accounts. I think he's got one called Keith Short Cell Killer, and then he's got one called Keith Short Cell Killer The Indicator. Um, I don't know which account he uses. I follow one and not the other. I don't know. Keith Short Cell Killer. That's what I guess he goes by. Oh, Kim, you've got a black lab? That's very strange. I have never, ever, ever seen a black lab that didn't like water. That is very, very interesting. They all have different personalities. They really do. Sean says in geopolitical news, Chinese tanks have been seen moving towards Taiwan Straits. Also, Chinese governments have asked people to store food products. That was a while back. Holy moly, man! Excuse me, man. That is a tummy rumble if I've ever heard one. Yeah, so we should see 75, 74s if price is moving upwards here. I see 75s and 76s, and then now I'm starting to see another 77, so we might be moving back down with 77s starting to pop back up. But if the numbers are moving down, we should be moving up in price. Yeah, that would be nice, James. That would be nice. All right, come on, let's break that 1850. Last end of the day run to 1850 would be beautiful. I'd love that. I want to see 1851. I called it this morning, like super, super early. Somebody said, "What do you think the price is going to be for closing?" I said 1851. I want to see 1851. Sir Poker, how's it going? Pizza and wings tonight? Nice. You know, my son is a dog whisperer. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't understand how he does it. What you heard right there, guys, was the big tramp engine. Uh-oh, we just got a TD9 printed. That means we're going to be coming back down a little bit here. Let's see. Are we getting 77s printing again up here? I see 75, 76. I see 74s. We could still be moving up. Oh, now I'm starting to see 75, 76s, so we could be going back down again. I don't know. It kind of takes like I feel like when you look at the stock market like this, when you're watching the numbers on the order book fly like this, it almost feels like it like takes away some of the randomness of it all. The belly's asking for more coffee. Hey, Fuzzy Wuzzy, thank you for your service. 33 years of carrying mail. Um, that's awesome. And Hanzo's with you. Well, not yet, but Hanzo wants to be retired. Yes, we're seeing 75s and 76s in the order book right now. That means we should be moving back down. Let's see. I don't see any 77s yet. We love our we gave our shoot postal carrier here. She's so sweet. We had a break-in into our mailboxes recently. So we've been having to pick our mail up at the post office, which is nowhere near our house. And she actually delivered hand delivered the mail to us the other day to my wife directly, and and I know that I know she doesn't do that for everybody. I just know she doesn't, and we give her like AMC gift cards and stuff. I know it's not an easy job. It's just not. Joe says I got Casey's postcard in March. Thanks for your service. The Christmas postcard. Part of that was my fault, Joe. Mailing those overseas was way more difficult than I thought that was going to be. I had no idea how difficult it is to mail something so small. They want customs paperwork filled out for it, and it's like, are you kidding me? Really? Come on. You guys are getting postal break-ins as well? That really bites, man. I don't know what mail I missed out on. What if I had something important in there? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I know you weren't talking bad to me, Joe. I know you weren't. And I know you were just teasing. But legitimately, that was a learning experience for me. It was a real life learning experience. My back itches. I gotta get my back scratcher out. Ah, back itchy. I see 75 and 76s, but prices moving at it, but I don't see 74s on the list here yet. Oh, it feels so good. Bulldog Trading has on YouTube has a good dashboard you may find interesting. Well, how come you're not telling me, TF Hatter? I'd like to see it. Come on, man. Why are you just limiting Doctor to it? I'm gonna check it out. Who is this? Bulldog Trading. Let's go check it out. He's live. I'm just gonna check it out just for a second.
All right. Okie dokie, chat.
Let's see here. He has no idea I'm doing this.
Let's do this. I always like starting the day with our short report to get right in there and look what's happening in the short interest of all of our different stocks in the world. So let's get right to our short report with Rock.
He's got he's got all the a lot
Good
of different
morning. You're watching
meme
the short
stocks over
report with Rock
here.
in the morning at Bulldog Trading. It is April 14th. It's a
AMC
Thursday.
here.
It's 7:04 in the morning, and we're going to look right in on our short information for AMC. Let's get it going.
He's got all of his
Here
crypto
we see
stocks
that
right here.
currently AMC sitting at
FOMO list.
19.99%. Current short interest is a fleet.
So he's
Not
pulling
fleet,
this
fleet,
from Ortex. Oh, no,
Let's see
this is
GME
Webull.
next.
That's Webull right there. He's pulling from. I'm not sure where
Webull.
he's getting this
There
from.
we
This
go.
looks like
20.09%. So they flopped a little
this is
bit there.
also
At least
Webull,
AMC was a little higher yesterday than GME. Let's look at those sympathy ones
I
that are
think.
kind of tied to these. AMC with
He's got Ortex down at the bottom. That's pretty
HYAC is the
cool.
mining company that they invested a bit in. We're at 5.8 and on threshold list. BBY had quite the day yesterday with that
Hmm.
loss, that unexpected earnings loss. However, once the pre-market reacted to it, it did start to take off as soon as market opened. That's 17.5%. Let's go ahead. We'll look right over on our FOMO list up top here. We got CRXT.
So his FOMO
Let's see what we
list,
can learn here.
just so you
Clarity.
guys know, in case you ever want to check this out, his FOMO list, it looks to me like all he's done is he's come over here to markets, and he's probably just got it by top gainers listed. So KLDO, let's see if this is the case. He's got CRXT was listed up here, but I don't think I'm watching a live stream. But that's essentially the same list because KLDO is on the list here. DLPN. This is where you would find that under top gainers. That's pretty much the same information that he's showing. He's showing you the um, yeah the PM price and percentage change. So he's pulling that from Webull. He's pulling this chart from Webull. I think this data over here with the risk low, medium, high. This looks really familiar, and I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like he's got it sorted into like an Excel file. He could be pulling an Excel on a lot of these different stocks and then running some kind of like Excel spreadsheet filter for some of these different stocks or something. I'm not sure exactly what he's got running on the right hand side. That's pretty cool. I like his halted list here. The Bitcoin list, I'm sure it looks like maybe it's an Excel build that's just pulling, and he's just colored things under different color coded schemes to give it some pizzazz. It's pretty cool. It is a good build out. He's got Ortex data down below. I like it. That's pretty cool. He streams from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, that that is a long time. Let's see, is that earlier than I am? That is earlier than I am. 4 a.m. Eastern, because I get on at 7 Eastern to, wow, dang, that is a long time. Oh, because I'm strictly just AMC. Yeah, it is what it is. And I don't never expect you guys to just stick around here, that's for sure. I highly encourage people to go out and check other stuff. Thanks for sharing that, TF Hatter. I appreciate that. I wonder, and down in his lower left-hand corner, it says that you can advertise. I wonder if I can pay him to advertise my channel just for the heck of it, just to throw it up there. Crypto during the off hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, I'll tell you what, because I only started trading crypto last year, and that is a different beast. It's a totally different beast. It's pretty cutthroat. Steven, I think you may have. You might get that 1810. They're definitely trying to close the price right at 18. See, we got 77s in the list here, 76 and 77s. I'm looking for 78s. If we have 78s, we could be closing below 18. And on the bid side, it looks like they want to try and close prices close to $18 as possible. And they're still fighting. They're still fighting for it. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like an 1801 kind of day. I don't know. It's hard to say. I keep seeing 76 and 77s, and most of the entire time that it's been 76, 77, it's been over 18. So if I had to guess, you're trying to close it at just above 18. I just printed a TD9 here going into the final minutes, guys. It's that time of the day. It is a 3-day weekend. Eat, sleep, drink, get plenty of rest. Happy Good Friday. Happy Easter. Enjoy time with your family, your friends, your pets. Go out and Easter egg hunt or do something special. But above all else, don't have a good Easter. Have a great Easter.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
Should have a good forward leg now in SM. Okay, you sound good. Discovery Houston, negative return. Copy, negative return.
Words, weapons, sharper knives, makes you wonder how the other half died. Other half died. Makes you wonder. But here comes the man with a look in his eye. He's fed on nothing but full of pride. Look at him go, look at him kick. Makes you wonder how the other half live. Devil inside, every single one of us. The devil inside, devil inside, devil inside, every single one of us. The devil inside. Oh. Here come the world, the look in its eye. Future uncertain, but certainly slight. Look at the faces, listen to the bells. It's hard to believe we need a place called hell. Place called hell. The devil inside, every single one of us. The devil inside, devil inside, the devil inside, every single one of us. The devil inside. Ooh. Well, here comes a woman with a look in her eye. She's raised on leather, flesh on the mind. Words and weapons, sharper than knives, makes you wonder.